Right now on Queen City News at 10, we are tracking another chance of severe weather in the Carolinas. Video shows a possible tornado touching down in Cleveland County earlier.
Storms also rolled into Statesville. Take a look here. You're looking at a video of a shelf cloud, the leading edge of the storm looming over the downtown area as severe weather moved in this evening.
And that storm system also bringing a risk of damaging wind and hail. Video out of Shelby shows ice pellets coming down hard at a McDonald's parking lot at the Cleveland Mall. Now, Queen City News also following reports of damage in the Statesville area. Good evening on this very active weather night. I'm Brian Blakely.
Good evening. I'm Alicia Barnes. Trees are down and a church is missing part of its roof. Queen City News reporter Will Lewis joins us live right now from Sandy Ridge United Methodist Church on Friendship Road.
Yeah, and Will, what's the damage looking like there right now?
Oh, Brian and Alicia, I can tell you we just got here, so let me go ahead and show you some of this damage here at Sandy Ridge United Methodist Church. Like you said, part of that roof has been blown off. I don't know if you can see it, but it's this left half right here on a building just beside the church. As you can see, one of the crosses has started to lean over because of all the high winds. But if you look down here at the ground, you can see part of that rooftop that has flown off of the roof and sitting here. Not only that, there's a bunch of down trees here in the property, and at the church there is a piece of that rooftop that is blown off as well. There's a lot of people here walking around. We haven't had a chance to talk to anyone just yet, but I can tell you this, Iredell County Sheriff Darren Campbell came through and he said that they are driving around the area to check and see what roads are blocked, if there's more trees that have fallen, and what they can do to make sure that they get some crews out here to make sure these roads are clear. As we come back this way, I'll have photojournalist Jack come back this way, and like we said, this is the church right behind me. Now the damage here at the church is on the other side. It would be the right side of your screen where that roof is blown off, and like we said, it's just a lot of damage, and a lot of people right now are saying they're thankful that they haven't heard any reports that anyone is hurt. But I can tell you this, Sheriff Campbell did say there will be an hour delay with Iredell schools tomorrow just so they can assess all the damage before any students go back. But right now, that's what we have here in Statesville. I'll go ahead and send it back to you.
Yeah, just a dizzying number of reports of damage there in Iredell, and especially at the schools, are what they were saying earlier today. Will Lewis live in Iredell County for us tonight, and hundreds of people there are in the dark tonight. You're looking at the Energy United map with about 681 customers are waiting to get their lights turned back on. Some of those outages could take up to 3 hours to get restored. And leaders of Iredell Statesville schools say they're seeing damages to the trees and down on their campuses. As Will was talking about, the school will operate on a 1-hour delay tomorrow to allow crews to assess that damage that could impact bus routes. District officials say they will reevaluate the situation in the morning and make changes if needed. Well, that rain's still lingering here in some areas, but we are certainly not out of the woods yet for another round of severe weather just yet.
Yeah, talking about severe weather, I mean, Terry, you tracked tornado warnings for almost 5 hours this afternoon into the evening. So we're not out of the woods. When are we expected to see some more showers heading our way?
Well, we have some rain out there right now. The severe risk going into the night is lower than earlier. And now that, of course, the sun has gone down, so we've lost some of that daytime heating that could lead to more of that instability. But still, we'll have some rumbles out there, some heavy showers rolling through overnight, and just can't totally rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm or two. And we check out all the storm reports from earlier. I mean, it was just tornado warning after tornado warning. Kind of started down through the upstate near Gaffney, Cherokee County. We had multiple warnings earlier over Cleveland County, parts of Gaston, Lincoln, Catawba, Alexander, and even parts of Burke and Caldwell, and especially there in Iredell County, where we have seen quite a bit of damage. And all those boxes are showing where we have had either hail reports, wind damage, and those funnel cloud sightings as well. So the National Weather Service likely going to head on out and survey some of that damage to determine whether or not an official tornado did actually touch down in some of these areas. And we still have that scattered activity right now. Heavy band of rain moving through northern Mecklenburg County and near uptown and stretching all the way down 77 into Rock Hill. We have some more benign rain, not as intense as earlier, but some heavy pockets of rain. A band of heavy showers are rolling through the foothills, and there's a lot more of that moisture still streaming in from the south, and it's all well ahead of that cold front, which doesn't push through until tomorrow morning. So along the way, we'll continue to track some rain overnight. Again, a smaller risk of severe weather. There we are, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, 8 a.m. We could still have some heavy showers and storms to the east of Charlotte before finally things start to improve a little bit later in the day. And I'll check out forecasts as we head into the Memorial Day and race weekend that's coming up in just a few minutes.
Hopefully it'll be a little nicer there, Tara. Thank you. If more storms expected to head our way, be sure to download the QC Pinpoint Weather app. It'll send you alerts straight to your phone. It is free and available on Google Play and in the Apple App Store.